The New York Attorney General's investigation into the allegations against Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo it has completed. And I'm going to go to Letitia James here, who's going to explain it, what they found. Take a look.
The independent investigation has concluded that Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women, and in doing so violated federal and state law. Specifically, the investigation found that Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed current and former New York State employees by engaging in unwelcome and non-consensual touching and making numerous offensive comments of a suggestive and sexual nature that created a hostile work environment for women. The investigators independently corroborated and substantiated these facts through interviews and evidence, including contemporaneous notes and communications.
All right, so there it is. That's Letitia James. And so now Cuomo, of course, has denied these allegations, but released a statement in February acknowledging that some of his workplace remarks may have been insensitive and too personal. The statement also said he was truly sorry to those who might have misinterpreted the remarks as an unwanted flirtation. I've got more quotes here, including a video from Cuomo. But now the allegations, I want to give you more context here. The allegations against Cuomo ramped up earlier this year when in February, a former aide took her account of an uncomfortable interactions with the governor to the New York Times. That aide, Charlotte Bennett, alleged that Cuomo had asked her questions about her sex life during a June 2020 conversation in his office in the state capitol. She told the newspaper that she interpreted Cuomo's statements to be clear overtures of a sexual relationship. Another aide, Lindsay Boylan, came forward with allegations against Cuomo of her own, claiming that in a February Medium post that he had engaged in inappropriate gestures, including an unwanted kiss. And so, look, this is really bad. It's not good. We kind of figured that the results of this investigation would end up being this. And I really think that if Cuomo doesn't step down, he should be removed. I think this is utterly unacceptable for a politician to do. And now, before, of course, some of you say, but Trump, understand that comparing us to the Republicans is a super low bar. Donald Trump is an alleged rapist. Yes, I do believe in the allegations against him. But on the Republican side, understand that the Republican Party loves sexual harassment. That's why they voted for him. That's one reason they love Donald Trump. We have two completely different value systems here. We're not like them. We're actually supposed to be better. However, Andrew Cuomo, as I'm going to show you, he's not better. First, I'm going to give you a tweet here from a statement and then show you the video of a follow-up here of him explaining himself. But here's that tweet. He said, quote, "The facts are much different than what has been portrayed," Cuomo says. "I never touched anybody inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances." But then later on, he actually went on to release this video explaining himself.
Indeed, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of photos of me using the exact same gesture. I do it with everyone. Friends, strangers, people who I meet on the street. After the event, the woman told the press that she took offense at the gesture. And for that, I apologize. Another woman stated that I kissed her on the forehead at our Christmas party and that I said, "Ciao, Bella." Now, I don't remember doing it, but I'm sure that I did. I do kiss people on the forehead. I do kiss people on the cheek. I do kiss people on the hand. I do embrace people. I do hug people, men and women. On occasion, I do slip and say sweetheart or darling or honey. I do banter with people. I do tell jokes, some better than others. I now understand that there are generational or cultural perspectives that frankly I hadn't fully appreciated. And I have learned from this.
Oh, so all the stuff that I was doing beforehand, I mean, I didn't understand that it was wrong. But I understand now, though. Okay, but it was wrong before. And the thing is, like, you do all this stuff, like, his excuse is, well, I'm just being friendly, and, these are warm embraces, and it's meant to foster friendship, and I do it with men, too, and women. Just as those 11 women, what he did with them, and what kind of questions he was asking, and, what kind of things that he was doing. I can guarantee you, the differences with things that he did, allegedly with women, versus those with men, pretty big difference. And also, the big thing about that as well is, did you ask consent when you did that stuff? When you did the touching, right? Touching somebody on the shoulder. They might be a little uncomfortable if you just randomly come up and start touching them or kissing them on the forehead. So maybe you shouldn't do those things and automatically believe that everybody's going to be comfortable with it. And of course, who's going to tell you that they're not comfortable with that if you're in a position of power? And so that's a big problem. And so the excuse, of course, was, well, I've always done that. And I didn't realize that it was bad. You didn't realize that people have personal boundaries. I don't know about that one. And so now I feel like this is sort of a Trump defense when you think about it. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. There was nothing appropriate. I've always been doing it. But, like, it's I guess it's not as openly bad of a defense, but it's still a pretty bad defense. Saying, oh, well, I've always done this, and I didn't realize it was bad. I'm sorry. All right, well, here's the thing. So now, I'm going to get into more detail here. So this has been roiling the administration for some time, this investigation. I did a little digging and found out that there was a high-ranking lawyer in Cuomo's office that had resigned earlier as a result of the allegations and his response to the allegations. This was actually back in March. It was a letter written by Laura Edidin, who had served as chief special counsel for ethics, risk, and compliance in Governor Cuomo's office. In her resignation letter, she wrote that the harassment accusations in Cuomo's public response had created an intolerable dissonance for me between continuing to serve in the governor's office and my life's work advocating on behalf of survivors. The March 5th letter, obtained through the open records request, was addressed to Cuomo's special counsel, Judith Mogul, who herself is also leaving Cuomo's office this week. And I didn't know this before. This is fascinating. There are reports that the program serves to suppress negative information about the governor, including by flagging problematic Freedom of Information law requests filed at state agencies, which then notify Cuomo's office. So if you're looking into information about Cuomo, for example, the nursing home deaths tied to COVID, and his disastrous initial response to coronavirus popping up in New York, well, then if you try to get a Freedom of Information Act request, that goes to Cuomo's office, and he goes into damage control. And we also find out that his brother, Chris Cuomo, had also advised Governor Cuomo on this. And so that's also a conflict of interest when it comes to the media. The administration often drags out those requests, by the way, for months or years. So there's the report from Letitia James, the Attorney General. There's the resignations. There's Cuomo's disastrous response, as I showed you. And of course, the refusal to step down. And I think he's not stepping down, and he's not going to step down because he believes that he can get away with it. There have been allegations against powerful men before, both Democrats and Republicans, it shouldn't actually matter what party that they're in. Sexual harassment is, especially in the, like, it's just bad. In the workplace, it's bad. Everywhere, it's bad. I don't think I should have to qualify that. It's just bad. Okay? And so this has happened, as I said before, in the workplace, in politics especially, with high-powered individuals. Somebody that has power, essentially, like a governor of a major city. That's one reason why people don't come out. And that's one way, of course, that people are able to get away with this. Again, I mentioned Trump. He literally went out to become president, even after him, sexually harassing a woman on a bus with that tape that we all heard. You have Brett Kavanaugh, of course, those allegations against Joe Biden, even. None of them got in any sort of trouble. In fact, they went on to become presidents or Supreme Court nominees into positions of power. And I do believe the victims in these cases, powerful old men overall, continue to get away with doing this. And so I don't think Cuomo is going to suffer any consequences. I'd be very, very surprised if it does actually happen. I know he's not going to step down. Cuomo's the kind of person that's not going to admit defeat. Again, kind of Trumpian in that regard. And so I don't know where this goes. I don't know how the media is going to handle it. And I mean, the punditry, if people are going to come out to defend him in mainstream media, I don't really know. We're going to have to see. But for me, for my opinion, the guy's got to go. He's got to go. This is unacceptable. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.